Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So as Python series is going on, so today we are going to cover one of the important topic of Python, which is a function. Okay, so what is a function, how do we design it, that all we are going to understand today. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time. So what is a function in Python? Okay, function is same like in all the programming language. Some of the places it does call method as well, like in Java, right? But the definition look like same in all the places. It should be Java or C, C++ or Python, any programming language look like that. And every place we do write that. Okay, without writing the function, our code will not be complete. Okay, will not be proper actually. Okay, so in Python, function is a named block. Okay, so it is a block which is having some name of reusable code, right? So we do define our name, okay, and that will name having some particular block, and that will be used for reusable purpose. Suppose you want to use something in multiple time, right? That thing we do keep under the function only. What does it means? Okay, that we will understand. So first you have to look, it is a kind of block of code, right? Block of code which is for used for reusable purpose and designed to perform a specific task, right? That defining a function involves using the def keyword. So till that it is a definition of it, right? And after that it is how to write this function in the Python program, right? So in Python, function is a named block of reusable code designed to perform a specific task. If you want to perform any specific task, okay, we can go with the function and that will be used for reusable purpose, and it is having some block of code. Okay, and there's a two type of function we have. One is a built-in function, that do we not create, that do we use only. Okay, we do not create them, we do use them directly, right? We do use them. Then who do create them? That is created by the Python itself. Built-in means that created by the Python itself, we have to use them. So whenever we will talk about the function, we have two things of it. One is create and second one is a use, right? So both we have to understand what is the meaning of create and what is the meaning of use. So you have to understand that in built-in function, we have to use them only, but we do not create them. But if it is user-defined function, right, we do create as well use. I mean, create and use both does by the developer only. Okay, so how do we use them, that we will understand, or how to create, that we will understand. So what is the syntax of the function? So function we will look like def with the function name and with some parameter, right? And after that we will use colon, and after colon whatever we will write, that could be body of the function, and at the end of the function we will write return. Some of the time we do write return, that's why I kept it optional. It's not mandatory, it's optional. We do keep it or we do not keep it. That also we will understand when return is required and when return is not required. Okay, so that is the syntax: def function name with parenthesis with some parameter, and then we will keep body of the function, and then we do keep return statement. So return will be optional, will not be mandatory, right? Whenever is required we do keep it, and if it is not required we do not keep it, right? So these are the definition of the functions. Now we'll understand why is needed, what is the purpose of it, why do we create, how do we use, how do we create. That all we are going to understand with the function. We are going to understand with the example, sorry. Okay, so let's open the PyCharm, okay, without wasting the time. So here let me create a new class, I mean Python file, not like class, Python file only. So I will give a name is like calculator here, simple calculator. Okay, so in calculator what I'm doing here, I want to do one thing. What? I want to perform 4 operations. So let's me take a 2 variable, int equal to 10 and b equal to suppose say like 20. Semicolon is optional in Python, we can keep or we can skip, no problem. Okay, so a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Now I have to perform suppose 4 operation. What operation I have to perform? 4 operation. First is like suppose add only. So I will go and put add equal to a plus b. Okay, same I have to keep it like subtract, sub equal to subtract, I am giving the same short form only, a minus b. Okay, and then I am keeping here like suppose multiply, mul equal to a multiply b. Okay, and then I am keeping here like suppose divide equal to say like a divided by b, So what does it do here? Here I am performing 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? Here it is a small piece of code, right? So I'm just simply writing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So someone may ask you, right, how do we perform that? So simple plus operator is doing kind of mathematical add operation, minus doing kind of subtraction operation, multiply is doing kind of multiplication, and divide is doing kind of divide operation. And later on I can do it like print statement. In the print statement, what I will do, I will write here add, okay, and then I will write here print with like subtract sub, okay, and then I will use like print with multiply, and then I will use like print with divide. Okay, so here it is a simple, we are keeping a kind of variables and we are doing this operation and it is displaying, right? So let me change the file name. So I have to run the calculator.py, right? So let me go and change the file name here because it is taking greeting, right? So add it here, and here we have to keep in place of greeting, what I have to keep? Calculator only. So calculator, CALCULATOR, calculator.py, apply and okay. So if I will run it, right, see I will get here addition 30, minus 10, subtraction 200, multiplication, division is like 0.5, right? 0.5 is like division here. So instead of keeping this like that way, right, what I'm thinking, I do keep a different functions and will define a different operation there only, right? We have a that way as well that we can do it, but that is look like not proper way. So what programming suggests that, suppose here I'm doing 4 operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can do that as well, but it is not a standard way. A standard way is what? I have to create a function for every operation separately, and if it is required, we can use that multiple time as well, right? So for that, what I will do here, instead of using this approach, I am keeping a one function def, and I will give a function name is like add, okay, and here I will keep like colon, and here what I will do, I will use this operation a equal to and a plus b. So I will just copy and I will just paste that here. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating a function. So def is a keyword that we'll use to create the function, and add is a function name. Function name could be any. Function name could be any, that depend on the developer. Normally we do keep it, but because function is a block of code, right? It's a block of code. So whatever name we are giving of it, right, that should be the same name as the operation we are performing inside it, right? So here I'm doing add operation, right? So I will keep it add. I will keep it add. So that means this is the add function which is having a two variable and doing kind of add operation. So here I can see, okay, simple, it is add operation. Same way I can define a one more. So that indentation is required here, right? How can we understand that this part is the body of the function? If we will keep something after that, a line of this def, right? Like for example, def is starting from here only, but the body starting after that is space only, right? So that means after space, whatever I'm keeping, like a equal to 10, b equal to 20, and add equal to a plus b, right? That means they all are the part of this particular function body only. All are the part of this particular function body only. Same I can keep like one more time here. So that could be for subtraction def. I can keep it like sub, okay. And here I can keep like a equal to 10, b equal to 20, and here I will keep like a minus 20, right? A minus 20. Then again I will use def here one more time, and I will keep it like here multiply, a multiply b, right? And then I will keep like one more function, say like def, which could be, so it could be multiply, so I will keep it like mul. Here also I can keep add, here I can keep like variable name is like subtract, okay, and here I can keep like multiply mul, and here I can keep like def, what it could be, say divide, right? Parenthesis, that brace is called parenthesis, okay, and I will keep colon, and then here I will write the same which I copied, right? So I'm doing a equal to 10, b equal to 20, and here I'm writing, right, a divided by b, a divided by b. So here I can keep like print statement, like print, okay, I can display the add directly, okay, I can write this print subtract, okay, here I can keep print for mul, and here I can keep like print for divide. So you can see here the operation which I was performing directly without any function, right? I was creating a function which is a add, subtract, multiply and divide. This is look like more good and more readable actually. Okay, that is look like a more good and more give me a like good more readable code as compared to this one only. So here I know that I have a 4 different operation, and for every different operation is a function. So that is now let's compare with the definition, right? So function is what you can see here. Function is a method named block, right? So that is block. So what I can say that it is a one block starting from line number 13 to line number 17 is a one block. Named block, that means that block having a one name. What is the name of that block? That is called add only. So whatever I'm keeping from line number 14 to line number 17, that means it is the body of this particular add function. Add is a function name, right? Def is always fixed, that cannot be changed. Def is a one keyword which is a predefined reserved word. Add is something which is the name that given by the developer. So you can see here, sometime I'm using add, sometime using subtract, sometime using multiply, sometime using divide. How I'm deciding that I'm deciding on the basis of operation I'm performing inside it. Like for example, here I'm doing a plus b, so I took it name is like add only. Here I'm doing a minus b, I took like sub only, subtract, right? So sub is a short form of subtract. So that way we can decide what could be the name of the function. That is a customize. That is a customize, right? So the function which I have created here, right? That function is a predefined or user defined. That we have to understand first. So the function that we created here, right? These are the user defined functions. So we have a two type of function, right? Built-in function and user defined function. So the function which we created here now, that function as the user defined only. So as I told, two things, right? For user defined function. For user defined function, we have to do two things. We do create and use as well. That means we have to create and we have to use that, right? So what does it means of create and what does it means of use, right? So create means what? We are giving the body of the function. Like for example here, like here. So here to there, whatever I'm doing, right? It is a creating of the function. That is a creating of the function. So that all places that I kept, right? That all are the creating of the function only. That all are the creating of the function only. Just keep it like that way. So it will look like a bit better. Okay, indentation is very important here, right? So whatever we are writing, that should be in one particular line only. That is called indentation. The line should not be like up and down, something like for example, it should not be like this, right? So whatever you are keeping, right, that should be in one particular line only. That way we do understand. Okay, fine. So we have a like 4 function that we created. So this time that code I can do like this as well. So this I'm keeping in a comment right now. You can use that as well, right? But it is not a right way, right? So I will just keep it 3 here, that is used for comment side, and I will use here also, let me use them. So here let me have to keep it 3 only, right? 2, 3, yeah. So this part put as a comment. This part we have divided into a function. Def. So as you can see, right, that this code that we have written, right, that was running directly. But this code will not run directly. We have defined it, but it will not run. So see, if I will run this code, right, that time it is not giving me any output. Why it is not giving me any output? Because these are the functions here. These are the functions. We have created the functions, but we did not use them. How can we use the function? So if you want to use the function, right, we have to call the function. So here again, I am starting from here, right? So that means that will not be part of any function. That will not be any part of function. So what I will do here, I will say call the function. Call the function. So whatever function we have defined, if you want to use them, right, we have to call them. So how do we call it? Function name, like suppose add, and with the parenthesis. So that is a call of the add function. It is a call of the add function. Call of the add function. Okay, so when I will run this code, right, see, this time I am getting only one operation called addition, which is a 30. I am not getting any other than that, right? Because I have called only the one function. So call is very important, guys. Call is what? So first in this line, right, what happened, right? If I have written this line, right, from line number 15 to line number, suppose 34. Whenever Python start the execution of this, right, first it will look the line number 37 only. So it is add. It is understand, okay. It is add, it means it is a one function. So after that it is taking the jump and directly it is going to the function here. Then it will perform this operation of this function and then it will back from the line number 37 only. In this scenario, right, the code was starting from the first line itself. But here that code execution will start from the place where we are calling the function. So we are calling the function at line number 37 only, right? So first point that will come in at line number 37. After that, it is directly moved to the line number 15 only, because 15 is a place where I define this particular function. So use of the function means, so call of the function means we are using the function, right? And creating the function means what? Let me write that as well here. Creating the function. What does it mean? That means we are writing body of the function. We are writing body of the function. So we have two things, right? For every function, we have to provide the body of the function or we have to call the function, right? So that you can see here we have a two type of function, right? Built-in function and user-defined function. And built-in function we do create. That means we do create body of the function and do we call as well, right? That is the difference between create and use. But in built-in function, right, we do not create. We do only use them. Right? So we do not create them, we do only use them. So these are the difference between built-in function and built-in function and user-defined function. Okay, so these are the difference between built-in function and user-defined function, like that. Clear it? So that same I am keeping in the here also. So we have a like for function add, we are putting the body of the add. We have a subtract, we are putting the body of the subtract. We have a mul, we are putting the body of the multiplication, and we have a divide, we are putting the body of the divide function. So that way it does understand, okay, what it has to do and how does it work, like that. Okay, so call of the function means using the function. Okay, creating the function means we are writing the body of the function. So this both we have to keep it here actually. So add means it is calling the function. The same we have to keep it like sub only, subtract, like that. So whatever, right, in the sub, it is coming to the sub function and is performing this subtract operation, right? Same thing we have to keep it like divide and then multiply, same like mul. So that means add will call the add function, will go to the add function body and will perform the add operation. Same like for sub is going to the sub function, will perform the sub operation. So this call is very important. So this time if I have defined the function, right, function definition will not execute directly, will not be called directly. It is directly come to the call of the function. So first it is coming to the line number 38. It will perform the add function, call the add function, will go to the body of the add function, right? Next we have a like subtract function. It will directly come to the sub function, perform the body of the subtract function, right? Same like we have a divide. So it will directly go and perform the divide operation, right? And then mul will perform that multiplication function, like that, right? So that way function does work. And if I will run this code, right, it will give me result of all four of them. 30 minus 10 function divide. Okay, what happened here? Okay, I think I have given the wrong name, right? That's why it is not understanding. Here I am keeping the function name itself. So it is taking function only. So what I will do here, I will keep it like divide or like div something. Okay, so div is a variable name and I will keep like div here. So this time if I will run this, so here we are getting the proper result 0.5, 30 minus 10 and 200, right? So now you can compare with this definition here, right? What is the type of function, right? What is the function? In the Python, function is a named block. So we have created 4 different block name: add, subtract, multiply and divide of reusable code. Reusable means I can reuse it. How can we reuse that? Suppose I want to reuse that, right? I will call that multiple time. Like for example, here I am getting add one time, right? If I want to reuse, I will call one more time. So I'm calling here like 3 times. So it is calling 3 different times, and it will give me addition in 3 different times actually. So if I will go and run this, right, so you can see here I'm getting 30, 30, 30 like that. I'm getting 30, 30, 30 like that. Same like for subtract, I will give like subtract. So it will give me like 2 times subtract of this particular function. So you can see here subtract, if I will keep 2 times, right, it will give me -10. Let me rerun once. So you can see 3 times we are getting 30. Why okay, subtract, I think we did not write the parenthesis, right? That's why it is giving me error. So I have to keep it. So you can see right now it is giving me -10. So that way we can reuse it. So whenever we are creating the function, right, we can reuse that function as well. How we can reuse that function? We can reuse the function by the call only. So I have defined the one block, right? That block I may use n number of time. N number of time means I have to call that n number of time, right? So inside this example, we have seen how to create the function, right? How to call the functions, what are the functions, what is the definition of the function, that all we have covered on it, right? It is not end of the function, still we will continue the function. So I am stopping it right now here only. Okay, the next things we will understand on the next video. Okay, so please watch it carefully and understand what is the function. It is a key, I can say, very base of the every programming language, even Python also, but it's base only. If you know the function, you can write anything. We may write hundreds of lines, thousands of lines in a program, right? That program will divide into different small functions only. Small functions only. Function you can understand in general like a paragraph. Of your English language, it's kind of paragraph. Same like we do create a function in the code, which will having a named actually of it, and wherever is required we can give we can call them and we can use them, right? That's it for this, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe it. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.